Hello and welcome to Developer FM. We are here today to talk about the new patch. As you can see, first of all, the snow is gone. And we have many things to talk about. Excuse me if I'm a bit rusty with my English, it has been a while since we done a video like this. Well, this patch took huge amounts of work to make. My brother really worked his ass off on this one, and we are all very excited about how this turns out, but I think it got pretty good. And the most important information is that this is a good solid base, a good foundation to build future updates on, you know. So now that this is finished, the updates will come more often. You can get more vehicles and buildings and all that soon. So let us see what happened exactly. Well, the performance got a lot better. My brother fixed the majority of the crashes. Whoops, I think I'm going to get killed pretty soon. And the game runs much better. It uses a lot less CPU, so it should run a lot better for all of you guys. But be sure to set the draw distance in the menu before starting the game. My draw distance is at 15 kilometers now, if I'm saying that correctly. Sorry, I'm not good with numbers in English. But you can set it to 25, that's pretty impressive. You can really see very far away. So if you see a building that is 20 kilometers away, you can go there and it's there. So I think the draw distance is pretty epic, but of course it can affect performance. As I said, I am using 15 kilometers now, but it's still pretty darn amazing, I think. So let's get into the car a bit. Okay, we have a new road generation system. It is a bit more natural now. It turns better, it follows the terrain more dynamically, so I think it's pretty good. It looks a bit better also, so I think it's great. Speaking of things with new generation systems, of course, as you can see, we have a new terrain generation system, which we have showcased in our earlier videos before. Basically, it has no more endless valleys or cliffs. A lot of players were trapped in them. It looks better, has more clutter, and its performance is a lot better also. So it's pretty good. We have a new building generation system, which means that there are no buildings in the whole desert, you know, so not just near the roads. If, let's say, I would want to take a ride in that direction, I would find buildings and other stuff there too, also with loot. So please keep this in mind. This will come handy for future updates. This was a major thing we wanted to add. We have a new save and of course load system, if you're thinking about that way. It is much more stable and you have basically endless space with little thumbnails. You can rename them. It tells you the driven distance, the date, the version you were playing on. So I think it's pretty good. It may take a little time to get used to, but once you're used to it, it's a lot better than the old one. Speaking about the new save system, it is much more stable, and now if you save and reload, your attachable things don't fall off. I hope I can demonstrate this to you guys now. So let's save attachable test sex, save, and then you reload it, and it's right where you left it, so this works pretty good now. We have a new fluid system now. I don't really want to showcase this because it basically means good for Genas, because he's going to be able to include more fluids now, and it got a lot better. Manual pouring got more reliable, and you can now pre properly into the engine or into the coolant if you are, you know, that kind of guy. Yeah, see, it's filling, so This, you could not do this somehow in the early version, but it's working now. There you go. Drink it, bitch. Okay, let's turn back the sun a bit. We got new camera modes. And the old one is better also. See, the last one was, you know, stiff. Like somehow they did it in the Gran Turismo 3 and 4 games when the camera did not let you move your car. It was strictly behind your car's ass, or I don't know how to say it. Now if you check it, the camera lets the car move a bit, so it feels a lot better now. And talking about the new camera modes, if you press and hold C, it drops the camera, so now you can do videos like this. And if you press and hold C again, then it follows your car, so you can do stuff like this. It's a pretty little fun thing to do, you know, to look around, look at your car and whatnot. Okay, I spawned the bus. So about the bus, it got more detailed and it got more stable. It has more functions. It has now gauges, I don't know how to say it, floor panels, engine, coolant. I don't really want to get into detail about that. You have to discover it for yourself. Oh, there are 2 buildings in the desert. See, that's what I'm talking about. There are now lots of buildings in the desert also. So be sure to look around. God, these cars look so nasty with the bus wheels on them. They are just freaking cool, man. So what else we have? Oh yeah, the trailer got more stable. I don't want to demonstrate that. Try it for yourself. You can attach it to the car. It stays attached also when saving and reloading, and it got a lot more stable. A few of the items have condition now, like the radio can be damaged. The binoculars come in different conditions, and the most important thing is the BB gun. Well, the most important thing in this regard. Okay, I spawned a few. They all seem to be in... Oh, because I have to... Oh, I get it. God, I spawned a lot of weapons before I figured out how to spawn down the broken down ones. So, basically, the more worn and the more worse looking your gun is, the more weaker it is. See now, this is the best one, this is the strongest one. And the more dirtier, the more worn down they are, the more weaker they shoot. Okay, let's try and clean these up.
Oh, and by the way, this exists in real life too. You see?
We have new radio stations, new content on the radio stations. I don't really want to get into detail with all of this stuff, but please check those out if you want. If you are that kind of guy. Oh, about the radio. Let's turn the music back on. If you put it in your inventory, it now plays in your pocket. So, you know, you can listen to the stuff while walking. If you are that kind of guy. Nice. Oh, I got a worn down binocular. You can now focus with these by scrolling. See? So this works pretty good actually. Yeah, nice. Good. Many of you guys must have seen them before. We have new animals and they are friendly, trust me. We added a new basic damage, if I can call it that. Okay, I tried to demonstrate it for you guys. My god, I can't even see the road because it's looking down. Okay, let's hit that bus station here or whatever is this. Yeah, see now my mirrors fell off and all that. Sometimes you can lose... Oh, I did lose my headlights. You can lose the bumper, even your tires can fall off if you hit it hard enough. Your hood flies off and all that, so be more careful while driving now. Let's get the sound back up a bit again. Oh, we have new filters. This is just a fun little thing. I don't know how many of you care, but if you make photos, this can be good. You know, like old pictures, we have this sepia stuff and the grayscale. This is good, I think. You can make good movies with this and all that if you don't want to do it in post, you know. Oh, and we have new anti-aliasing and anisotropic filtering settings. These are pretty self-explanatory. You can play around with those also. Oh, and while we are paused, the GPU usage is now very low. This was a problem before. Even if you pause the game, your computer would go crazy and work his ass off. Now this is not happening anymore. So if you pause the game, your video card is not really doing anything finally. So that's pretty good. We added new sleep texts for places on which you can sleep. Oh, I turned the help off, but you can see it if you have the default settings on, because a lot of people still didn't know you can sleep in the game, but you can do that. Okay, now let's get into another car. I think I want to show you guys. I know I said I don't want to, but of course I have to do that. I want to show you how stable the trailer got a bit. Okay, now it's attached. Okay, let's set those mirrors. Okay, pretty good. It's not swaying to the side so much now. It got a lot more stable. I don't really know what happens if you know, attach 2 or 3 or 4 of them together. Maybe then they behave a little bit more erratically. But if you only just attach one now, it behaves a lot better than before. So I think it's pretty good now. Oh, don't forget guys that while pressing Q you can move around, and if you scroll you can go down, up, you can move out of the car, and wherever you move or wherever you go you just press tab and it recenters. I know a lot of you guys know this, but maybe new players don't, and it's a pretty good thing to do. And while holding things you can also press Q and look sideways. This is good for pouring liquids and all that. Try this, it's pretty good. So again, press Q, it's really useful. So I think this is all for now guys. This update took a really long time to make, but now we are going to be a little bit more faster. We can add new cars, the long-awaited motorcycles or whatnot, spray cans, eating, drinking, maintaining your character a little bit, not just your car, and other small survival elements. So yeah, I hope to see you in the future guys. Have fun with the update and please leave a comment on how do you like it, do you have any problems or not, is the game running better for you than it was running before. We really like feedback because we are looking into it as much as we can, and we want the game to be as good as it can be, considering we are just 3 guys from a small village, as I always say. So take care guys and drive safely. Watch out for those nasty rocks. Bye bye.
I touch the sky and the open road. I hear the bees make music. Hands on the wheel. I'm only have one bullet. Take care when your eyes are closed. Just breathe and smell the air. Sky so lonely today. Let's drive until the stars shine. I'm on the road trip, feeling so glorious. I am the freedom